you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
Good evening. You're watching PEMG TV News. I'm your host, Big Nay the Ice Queen. Today, with a special expose on Hakim, aka Hakim from the rap group Channel Live. Reports have come in that Hakim Green has perpetrated the biggest scam in the history of conscious hip-hop, having pulled off perhaps the biggest Ponzi scheme ever, gaining the confidence of thousands via Facebook and YouTube. Hakim Green conned friends and family into believing a well-established con, which resulted in the duping of hundreds, if not thousands. In 2009, NYOIL created the event Iron Chef Hip Hop Potluck Sampler. NYOIL, considered by many to be the strongest voice in conscious activist hip hop music, challenged all hip hoppers to a cook-off to assert his claim as the one true Iron Chef of hip hop. Hip hoppers and chefs from all over the world took up the challenge to face NYOIL for a chance to become the Iron Chef of hip hop. Amongst those to answer the call was Hakim Green, an MC from the rap group Channel Live. Hakim Green, along with a host of other artists, activists, and hip hoppers, will converge on December 12, 2009 in Staten Island, New York to face NYOIL in the battle of Iron Chef of hip hop. In a surprising upset, Hakim Green would win the Iron Chef of hip hop. And this is where the betrayal begins. Cue betrayal music.
In 2009, Hakim Green stole the title of Iron Chef of Hip Hop from NYOIL and from the conscious community at large. With a questionable win using a salmon dish, Hakim was able to leave Staten Island, New York with the coveted title of Iron Chef of Hip Hop. Our research has uncovered the truth about Hakim Green and his ties to an ancient evil ritual designed to undermine the conscious hip hop community through bogus claims of culinary skill. To understand the depth of his treachery, we must first start at the beginning. As a child, Hakim Green was like any other albino young man. It wasn't until his high school years that he was recruited into the secret order of the Red Bow Ties. Pictured here is a copy of the crest of the Order of the Red Bow Ties. Notice the creases on the bow tie, neither facing true east nor true west, to reflect the order's commitment to never revealing the truth. But the true evil lies in the membership of the Order of the Red Bow Ties. Darryl Mobley, the strategist, dubbed the Life Acceleration Coach. Darryl Mobley, a former officer in the armed forces, made a sudden rise up the ranks of lecturers and speakers to develop the Life Acceleration Method. Through verbal stimuli, he has developed the ability to age people several years beyond their actual age. It is said that Hakim Green was Darryl's original protege, and his song, Sparking Mad Ism, was an attempt at turning young hip-hoppers into old people. More on that at another time. However, this plan failed, and Hakim was punished and forced to listen to 2 hours of Darryl's seminars. This is why, although Hakim Green is a black man in his mid-30s, he looks like an old white man with cancer. Pee Wee Herman, the Pied Piper, legendary host of Pee Wee's Playhouse, Pee Wee disguised an uncontrollable lust for all things carnal. It was through Pee Wee that Hakim was originally recruited. Seduced by his high-pitched voice and Pee Wee dance, Hakim was originally attracted to the Order of the Red Bow Ties due to Pee Wee. It should be noted that actor Lawrence Fishburne played a role on Pee Wee's Playhouse. The corruption of Pee Wee's Playhouse was so intense that it would, over 26 some odd years later, infect Montana Fishburne, the daughter of Larry Fishburne, who is now known as Chippy D. Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty sucks. But the most nefarious of them all is Cat in the Hat, the cat god Har. Cat in the Hat is a popular child's book written by Dr. Seuss. What most do not know is that this book is an adaptation of an ancient evil mythos of the evil spirit Har and Bamut Feki, which loosely translates to cat I love very much. The Dr. Seuss adaptation tells of a mischievous cat that broke into a house and convinced 2 minors to cook cupcakes, where he proceeded to cut off his own tail in a blood ritual and destroy the house before eventually cleaning up the house out and leaving with no trace of his presence. It should be noted that Hakim Green, aided by his minions, cooked cupcakes for the Iron Chef of Hip Hop competition. Red velvet cupcakes. Pictured here acting out a healing ritual to release the spirit of Har en Bamut Feki is also noted holistic healer and chlorophyllian Supernova Slime. Their attempt to save Hakim from this evil spirit failed, and for his transgressions against the evil spirits, Supernova Slime's hair would be permed and feathered. Hakim Green remains at large.
And now we're going live with my co-host, Sif, Sick in the Head.
Good evening, Big Name. I'm Sif, Sick in the Head, and I believe we have the one and only KRS on the line.
Hi, what can I do for you?
Mr. One, do you have any insight on Hakim Green being a possible fraud in the Iron Chef competition?
All presidents are including Bush.
Does the possibility exist that Hakim could have cheated during the Iron Chef competition?
It's like this. When your fries are cold, if your burger is not done right, you go back to Burger King.
Are you saying that you're a better chef than Hakim Green?
Let me see the manager. I want to go to the Supreme Court.
So what kind of food would you bring to the Iron Chef competition?
The manager comes out.
Right, but what kind of food?
I want to see the president.
Oh, okay, that sounds a little...
I want to go to the Supreme Court.
Okay, then what food would you cook for the competition?
You argue to the courts.
What sort of ingredients do you use?
You go to the cashier. That's the courts.
So in terms of cooking, what should people expect from KRS-One?
My burger's cold. I want new fries.
Thanks for your time, Mr. One.
Thanks, Sif. This just in, we have Lady Bree on location, so we're gonna shoot over to Lady Bree. Hey, Bree.
Hi, Big Nay. I'm Lady Bree for PEMG TV News, and I'm on location. In a kitchen similar to this is where Hakim Green perpetrated his fraud against the Iron Chef of Hip Hop. We have obtained some exclusive content from an unnamed source. Let's watch the tape.
We're making peanut butter and jelly. Alright. We need sugar, right? Hakim, does it look like we need sugar with peanut butter and jelly? Yeah. Wow, man. You don't use sugar with peanut butter and jelly, Hakim. Alright. But we need that pan though, right? We don't need a pan. We're not using the pan to make peanut butter and jelly. How are we supposed to bake it? Oh, snap. You don't need to bake peanut butter and jelly. Alright, see, all you want is your bread and your knife, and then you just want to spread that down. What are you doing with that? I got this, B, don't worry. Yo, what are you doing?
I'm trying to, you know, I'm just sparking mad ism.
Oh, God.
Like I told you before, we just sparking mad ism.
Give me that, man.
And there you have it. Living proof that Hakim Green is not the Iron Chef, but he is in fact a chronic ism smoker. You heard it here first. Back to you, Nay.
Thanks, Bree. A lot of isms. Plagiarism, a couple of, anyway. Through all of this, where has the one true Iron Chef been? Where has he gone? More on the whereabouts of NYOIL when we return.
PEMG.